Have you ever tried to get out of an online subscription only to find out that it's almost impossible to do? If you have, you've had an experience with a dark pattern. Today I'm going to be going over what dark patterns are, why companies use them, and how to best avoid them. So what is a dark pattern? And why should we care? By definition, dark patterns are user interfaces on websites, apps, or software that are intentionally crafted to trick, steer, or manipulate you into doing things you otherwise wouldn't do. This leads to wasted time and money. For example, let's say something is super easy to sign up for, any online membership, but when it comes time to get out of it, it feels like they hide this cancel button, and you have a very difficult time to get out of this subscription. Or maybe you're online looking for a plane ticket, and before you're about to pay, they hit you with this right here for this travel insurance. Don't ignore the unexpected. Your trip could get delayed, ... You could miss a flight connection, ... Another way to... It's like they're trying to manipulate you into buying this travel insurance. Another way is the Duolingo bird. If he sends you an email, we haven't seen you in a while, you made Duo sad. It tries to pull at your heartstrings a little bit, and I think it's a pretty good strategy, but it's just another example of a dark pattern. And there was actually a study on these dark patterns in 2024. The International Consumer Protection and Enforcement Network provided a public report that stated 66.82% of online user interfaces had used multiple dark patterns, and 8.88% had at least one dark pattern, leaving only 24% of online user interfaces that are dark pattern free. So almost everybody who has been online on an online user interface has seen these dark patterns. So why do these companies use dark patterns? Well, dark patterns manipulate users into benefiting that same business that makes these dark patterns. In April of 2026, the Office of Attorney General in the District of Columbia made a press release which stated that Live Nation, the owners of Ticketmaster, would face a refund of up to $8.9 million back to consumers for misleading them in multiple ways. Another study, in April of 2025, the Federal Trade Commission had a press release that stated Publishers Clearinghouse, which is a sweepstakes company, targeted older and lower income consumers by deceiving them into thinking they could not enter the sweepstakes without purchasing something, or that they would have a better chance of winning the sweepstakes if they purchased a product. This led to the Federal Trade Commission and PCH, which is the Publisher Clearinghouse, agreeing to refund $8.5 million back to the consumers that were affected by it. Also, companies can get your data by using these dark patterns by saying, oh, will you accept these cookies? And they make the yes button much more clear than the no button to make it seem like this is the one you should click. An article published in May of 2026 by Gizmodo explains that companies use multiple tactics when it comes to accepting that you will share their data with the company. These companies can then use this data to predict what you will buy and how to better advertise to you. So how can you avoid these dark patterns? Avoiding dark patterns is the best way to avoid these dark patterns is to just be able to recognize them, being aware of them. That's the best way. So, an article published in July of 2023 by Wired explains that if you know what these dark patterns are and you're familiar with them, they're much easier to avoid. So, in conclusion, I talked about what dark patterns are, why companies use them, and how to best avoid them. I hope you guys will be able to identify these dark patterns more easily and be aware that this is just manipulation and deceptive tactics used by companies to get you to buy into their product or their service. And I hope you're on the lookout for these dark patterns wherever you're browsing the web, and do not allow these companies to manipulate you with these deceptive tactics. Thank you.